Loving the Americans. Nikki Haley, Donald Trump's ambassador to the United Nations, tweeted on February 19, to which one can only say whoa, or possibly Yowza. One user, presumably not a fan of the beloved FX drama, in which Russian spies pose as ordinary Americans, assumed that Haley was referring to the American people. We love you back. Everyone else marveled at the difference a year can make. Last June, when its fourth season concluded, The Americans was a series about the pastness of the past. We observed the willingness of Mischa and Nadezhda, a.k.a. Philip and Elizabeth Jennings, Rhys and Keri Russell, to sacrifice themselves for an idea, Soviet communism, that had been consigned to the dustbin of history. 9 months and one election later, however, the show has become a yardstick for our warped, present moment. What's more unbelievable, The Americans, or the front page of the Times? No one can say how much the new season, which premieres tonight, will rhyme with ongoing discoveries about Russian hacking and Team Trump. That depends not on the writers but on the outcome of numerous ongoing investigations. For now it's enough to cackle, gloomily, about how much that unreliable intelligence dossier on our president seems to echo plot points from the show, and to meditate upon the blurry boundary between art and life. Watching the fifth season, one's first thought is that it all seems newly plausible, but that, of course, suggests the degree to which our ideas about spycraft come from movies and television shows. Perhaps the sources interviewed by Christopher Steele, the former M.I.6 agent who compiled the dossier, were loving the Americans, too. In any case, the new season tells us more about ourselves than it does about Russia or Trump. As the first episode opens, we discover that Philip and Elizabeth are working with a new agent, a young Vietnamese man named Tuan, Ivan Moc. They're posing as Tuan's parents while he, in turn, pretends to be a high school student. His goal is to befriend the son of a Russian dissident whose family has just arrived in America. At home, of course, Philip and Elizabeth's real daughter, Paige, Holly Taylor, is struggling with the realization that her parents are secretive and violent Soviet spies. She's also falling in love with Matthew, the son of the FBI agent across the street. She wants to be a regular American teenager. With Tuan, there are no such complications. He's from North Vietnam, hates America, and suggests that Philip and Elizabeth shoot the dissident in the head. He's a real piece of shit, Tuan says. He hates his homeland. Later, Tuan offers a withering critique of American kids. They're obsessed with clothes, stuff their faces, and have no idea what real struggle is. Do Philip and Elizabeth agree with him? It's hard to say, but when they come home to their own kids, they're sweet. You can date any boy you want, Elizabeth tells Paige, just not Matthew. In its own way, in other words, this season is shaping up to be about the drama of immigration and assimilation. Can Philip and Elizabeth, as parents, reconcile themselves to the Americanized choices of their children? Close dialogue. To get more of the latest stories from The New Yorker, sign up for our newsletter.